Yo, what's up though? Yo, Working Papers, episode 4, man.
Episode 4?
Yeah. This is Bring Your Underwear to Work Day, so I want to bring my underwear in my head. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like we should be able to get 2 wears out of underwear. So this is my first wear on this one, and then I'm going to put these on my body tomorrow.
I'm not even going to hold you up. I seen a cartoon that said it was 4 wears. That was crazy. Yeah. Front was backwards, inside out, backwards, and backwards, inside out. This is a children's cartoon, bro. That was the biggest thing about it. It was a children's cartoon. Somebody's going to take that and go somewhere with that.
Son, I ain't mad at you.
This kid is dirty already.
I would definitely do frontwood and then...
Oh, like you being real? Like as a kid? I got at least 2 out of them.
All I'm saying is that
I got at least 2 wears out.
If I get a front with flip, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want your balls to be where your butt is, or your butt where your balls is.
That's then niggas looking at you like, you got butt balls. And
looking at you, the feeling of there you go.
Yeah. Your balls smell like doodle.
Oh snap! So you want me to start this one?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure.
You want to introduce our new?
Oh yeah, they can't even see the dog, so you know what I mean.
All right, well then next time.
It's the mascot right here. He
Ocean.
Sleeping.
Not anymore. He was sleeping until his master jerked him off. Yeah. Well, not jerked him off, jerked him up.
Yo, first of all,
jerked him. Yo, you about to edit that? Jerked him up.
But yeah, I'm not his master, man. It's my friend. It's my boy right here. You know what I mean? I don't own this dog. If you want to leave, you can leave. Yeah.
All right, man. I ain't gonna get metaphysical.
Ain't nothing metaphysical about that.
I'm not gonna. All right, that's what I'm saying. I was. All right.
If he
wants, you are his master.
Nah, he's his own master.
In the perception of dog ownership,
I don't own this dog.
Did you pay for it?
I merely paid to free him
from bondage. So he owes you a life debt.
Nah, anytime he want to leave, he can leave.
But he owes you even if
he don't owe me nothing. Yeah,
I am dignity. Yeah, all right, they are in this relationship equally.
Yeah, that's what
you just feed him and house him
and pick up his poop
until he learns how to poop. All right, but anyway, we get sidetracked.
He
look like he's smart.
Yeah, he's smart. Too smart right now.
He don't look like a black dog.
He doing like he do got a white soul. He might be mixed. He like Ukrainian and African. He not American in his mind. But
so the dog works hard no matter what.
Yeah. He not cracking out. He ain't entitled or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
He works hard. All right. So most of our stories, well, for me, usually are from security. So I found a story, or I remember the story that wasn't security based.
Okay.
All right. So, but I also wasn't working it. So, but it's still a working paper story. So anyway, the kid's mom was working at Nike Town. Now, Nike Town is like the mecca for the sneakerhead. If you wanted to,
your kid's mom.
Yeah, Fatima. You know what I'm saying? So she working there, just started, whatever. We hyped it, you know.
Discount.
Right, discount. So first couple of days, everything's good or whatever. So she comes back and she's like, I really like it. So we thinking everything's good. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 weeks into it, she talking about some dude is messing with her. Cause she got a little tail feather and all that other stuff. So he talking about her booty or whatnot. So at first, I'm about to say at first I thought to be calm. I was like 24, so I was like, what?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens again.
Yeah.
So knocking nothing else.
Yeah, it's a weird role. Sometimes I do that.
Flowers with your flowers, bro. Fix your flowers with your flowers.
It ain't the flowers with the flowers. It's my role.
Oh. No, anyway, so you get sidetracked. So it happens again. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. This had to be, I don't think the kids, well, this is early, so this had to be like 2005.
The kids was alive, right?
No, I don't think the kids was here yet. So this is like 2005. So I had like, because when the kids came, I had a little better sense. I wasn't really trying to do nothing silly. I mean, I didn't plan to do nothing silly, but as soon as it happened the second day, I called Mike. So I'm like, yo, Mike, come downtown with me. He's like, yo, what up? I'm like, nah, just come downtown, man. I didn't really tell him, no, come downtown.
Oh, how you gonna set him up like that?
Because he knew it was on.
Come downtown.
Because he knew it was on. He knew it was on, but I ain't say like, yo, we going to do this. I just roll me this situation going on, father. Da 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 da. So I say, so he's like, all right, cool. We go down there. It's like 59th Street. This is like mid-Manhattan. This is
store. Yeah, I know what Nike store.
Well, I didn't know what it was until I went down there. Okay. End of the shift. 5 o'clock. Everybody coming out.
Yeah.
So she's with me. I'm like, yo, point him out.
Yeah.
So
this nigga a wild African American. He said, yo, point him out. So
Mike, being Mike, he goes into the cut behind the employee door because he rationed that, yo, if you come out, I'm gonna punch him in the back of the head. I'm like, yo, Mike.
You might have to punch him in the back of the head. You didn't know how.
But I didn't know how sore he was. None of that.
You don't know how you look.
I didn't care about nothing. I said, yo, point him out. And then he went on the tough stuff. I'm just like, yo, point him out. So
if he was bigger, you'd be like, all right, let me have a conversation with this kid.
You never know. I'm gonna tell the story how it happened though. So he comes out. No, a bunch of people come like, yo, is it him? Is it him? So people that's coming out, they looking at me like, who is this nigga talking? Because I'm saying it loud, reckless. Is it him? Is it him?
Yeah.
She like, no. There you go. Beam in on him. He coming out. He got like a soda in his hand. He talking to his people and whatnot. So I kind of look at Mike. So Mike doesn't really move out the thing. Mm-hmm. But the dude maybe gets a couple feet out, and I press him. I'm like, yo, homie, you got a problem with your words? You got a problem with your words and your hands? Because I don't know if he put his hands on like to touch her butt, but it was something.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was ready.
They had to escalate.
Right. That's why I'm like, oh.
I'm like, just the yang.
No.
Every dude trying to get some buns.
Right.
Everybody.
Right. So I couldn't be mad.
But
also, I'm in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So none of that shit matters.
Yeah.
But I think
she head don't look as much like a knuckle anymore, too. Like, that's what.
So she had tried to keep the job, whereas her dealing with it, because I think she knew if I got into it, it might have been something stupid. She didn't know it would been this stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, homie, you da-da-da-da-da. I ain't gonna give him a chance. Because he was like, blah, 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 and his peoples came out. So I think he had like 2 or 3 peoples. But at that point, Mike kind of stepped out, and I think they saw Mike, and they was like, you on your own. Yeah. So it's here now. I'm like, yo, I don't remember what I said to him, but I was like, yeah. But I wanted to slap him, but he didn't have the same energy. He wasn't giving it back.
Of course he could have the same energy. Come on, man.
Nah. He wasn't a midget. Y'all acting like I was beating up on lollipop.
Not a midget, but I'm just saying that.
He was not 16.
He's coming from his break.
Yeah. That nigga went on a full shift. He wasn't going home and talk to his kids, maybe.
Yeah, his energy was.
And I'm a hype. I ain't this shit all day. You waiting for this? I've been like,
this your day off. You waiting for this one moment.
That's it. I'm about to prove myself, right? So, but my conscience like
the same energy.
But I kind of. That's exactly. He like, but then the same, because he was around his peoples, he started to pick it up a little bit. But I was like, man, fuck all that. I shut that shit down. And so I was like, yeah, nigga, understand, yo, you talk to her again, I'm coming down here and see you again. But I knew I had to like end it like with something. Yeah. And all I could see was that soda can. Yeah. When I tell you I slapped the shit out that soda can, I was like, slapped that shit straight down. And then when he went to go pick it up, I stepped on it and was like, and like some real petty shit. I was like,
you gave him the Bruce Lee look in the face, like,
no, that shit is like, nigga, there's managers.
Hold on, he ain't even drink the soda.
No, nigga, it was a fresh soda. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was a whole, and if he did, it may have been a first sip because it was mad soda that he said, and then walked about it, right?
Yeah.
So
it's okay, baby.
So she goes back to work the next day and gets dragged into the office because I did that in front of several managers, general managers, operation managers.
She got fired? Yeah.
She might have got banned from Nike.
Oh, but did you tell him? Did she tell him that she was being harassed, sexually harassed?
I don't remember. But no matter of fact, it got to that, but the fact that I had assaulted this nigga.
You assaulted him. You assaulted the soda can.
My nigga. he got to work and niggas was like, yo, son, I heard your soda can got rocked. That shit went through. I was like, yeah, I rocked this nigga soda can. I was like, you lost a job, but I rocked this nigga soda can. I felt good about that. And the petty shit, but now we don't never get no Nike discount, bitch. Come on. Yo, that was all I had. I mean, it probably would have been better if I'd have, but it was that. Kick that shit. Like, you ain't drinking nothing. I bet you thirsty.
Yeah, damn. He was on the spray. He brought halal food.
Yo, like if the roles were switched, I'd have been so. I fought that nigga. Yo, as soon as that'd have been the last thing. It'd have been like slow motion. Clank, 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 clank.
Nah, you say that, but when it's a big diesel dude,
it was just. I wasn't diesel in. I was just tall.
You was taller than him. He was bigger than him, and then
those are the same things.
But then on top of you was taller than him.
Right, but I wasn't like
I'm taller than cats, but I don't be more stockier than cats.
But this was in 2005. I had to be like 210.
Exactly. He was underneath 5 feet. He's probably like
that nigga was saying that. Oh, yo, now you was talking about.
You came in like, yo,
I was mushing children.
Yo, midget man.
I said the lollipop kid.
Yeah, you just.
I put him in his booster seat and kicked him out.
He was below 6 feet.
Yeah, he was like 5'9".
Yeah.
I don't care.
You stunted.
He wanted to smoke.
You started on a little person, son.
No.
You're supposed to go there and be like, look, yo, if you say something
once again, you was like,
say something again, I'm
like
gonna have my girl go to HR.
40-year-old
after
me
you
would
get fired, I'm gonna point you in the face.
40-year-old me would have did that.
Yeah, you gotta send an aggressive letter first.
25-year-old me was like, I'm
a group
going
text between y'all or something like that. Like, yo, I'm her man,
bruh. You were talking hella shit. I was not there. Oh, that's rationally right now. Yeah, that sounds all good.
Yeah, and I also
20 years.
When she tried to put the battery in the back, because dudes be trying to holler all the time. You feel me? Was that the first dude that tried to holler?
I did.
Was it a new job?
No, she was. No, but she was probably new fish, and I got that.
Yeah.
But I think he put his hands on her.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Or like a swipey swipe. Well, she could have jazzed it up, nigga. In my ears, it was enough.
Swipe it though. He ain't booty swiping.
Bro, that shit was so long ago. All I knew was that his soda can got rocked for a chick, and I bet she never touched another chick. He went to rehab, nigga. He's the nicest nigga in Nike Town.
Yo, I bet you he remember that to this day, yo. To this day, he probably thinking about that soda like.
Probably do. If I ever get famous over this, this gonna be the beef I got.
That's the. He gonna be like, yo, son, I remember when you rocked my soda can.
It was this nigga.
Essays, get him. Like, was he Spanish? I imagine he was Spanish or something.
He might have been. He was brown skin. He was brown skin. Yeah, I thought he was a black kid, but he could have been mixed or whatever. It wasn't like I was studying. Nah, he was he was from the hood.
He was from the diaspora.
Yeah, he was from the hood. I ain't just said it on Steve from accountant.
Yeah.
It
sounded like you punched Brian Gumble.
Nah. Hell no. See, that was you and your shit. No, when I said shit, my shit be real, brother.
Just because he from
I ain't an actor.
Just because hey, we get paid to fight. Just because he from the hood. Just because he from the hood don't mean like he.
Listen, I didn't check his resume. That's not what he was doing. We wasn't in rap beef.
I see that.
I wasn't rap beef. No, bro. I'm good.
Flowers for flowers, yeah.
I'm now fuck with papers like that. I mess with different shit now.
What you mess with? What you doing like?
The
dabs?
No.
Those
my shorties joints. Nah, it's not bamboo. It's like the leaf, the palm leaf.
Mm-hmm.
The roll joints.
Yeah, I do that joint too. So I do the palm leaf, I do the papers. I don't do blunts. I don't do Fonto. You know what I mean? I try to keep it all.
I can't do Fonto.
Well, yeah. For me, I'm gonna tell a jazzy like fun story because that was wild. I just have like I guess the first time I went to overseas with my acting because you know what I mean. That's the jobs I get. God damn, this shit. I didn't know he was gonna tell a thug story.
It wasn't a thug story. It was just a story where I was not in security, and most of my security joints be like laugh stories.
Yeah. No.
Because with security, I don't be wanting to fight.
Yeah, well, but that's what's wild. Like you built up to your security job. I feel like your stories.
No fighting.
Yeah. Your stories was like, yo, I was fighting all along, and then it was like security. It was like, all I want to do is not fight. Yeah. But anyway, I had to, as a black Negro, I am one of the few I think that know how to swim. I know how to swim.
I know how to swim.
You know how to swim? Okay, yeah. Well, what I've also equated it to is black people with their dads in their life. A lot of black dudes with their dads in their life know how to swim. So while, but if your dad wasn't in your life,
was in my life.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I'm saying.
So a lot of black dudes with their dads, and like, because the dads know how to swim.
I'm about to fail my sons. I haven't taught them niggas how to swim yet.
Yeah, you got to teach them how to swim, man. And now that we have this conversation, you go teach them how to swim. You know what I mean?
I know the plan because I ain't trying to have them niggas drown. But anyway, go ahead.
Or bike. Bike or something like that.
Niggas can't ride a bike. I'm just killing myself. They can fight no niggas. Nah, they did. Cassius is, you should see that nigga got cup hands. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But go ahead, nigga.
Well, anyway, black dads with that life of it swimming, we got that. I'm one of the few black people can swim and stuff like that, but they rarely have auditions for like swimming black people because
Oh yeah, like swim fam is going to be a white person.
Yeah, they don't really equate black people to swimming, And I even know a lot of black people who
remember that one swimming movie what they did to us though. We all went to jail. That one nigga got raped.
What's that movie with Sam Jackson?
Every movie with Sam Jackson.
Terrence Howard?
Nah, the one with
the swim movie with the meat.
Nah, the bald-headed dude, and they was in California, and he got pulled over, and the four of them went to jail. And that's the dude from Snowfall now is working, but for years he got raped and that shit. Like this shit went totally left, and all this nigga wanted to do was swim. You know this show because we seen it on BET, bro.
I never seen it.
Yes,
it's if it's not the swimming movie with
it has Morris. I think it has Morris Chestnut in it. He's the bald nigga who can swim.
I know who Morris Chestnut is. He's made a career of being bald. Yeah. Well, we'll look it up. You can look it up and tell me what it is later. The bald head.
But that one movie where these niggas swim, they all went to prison. So you right.
Nah, but that movie and the movie with Sam Jackson and Diana Ross's son, Terrence Howard is they swimming and it's like Terrence Howard
is that Diana Ross's son?
Terrence Howard and Diana Ross's son.
Oh, I was about to say, what enough?
No, Evan Ross. Evan Ross is one of the.
The little
light skin.
Yeah, all right.
Like a little thin mustache.
I don't know, but I know you're talking about.
Well, anyway, so I got my swimming joint, so I went and proved that I could swim and everything. You know how it goes. But I had an audition for a commercial that shot in Romania. It wasn't a national commercial how I like to do. I don't know why that's ringing right now, but. So what I like to do is national commercials because you get residuals off of commercials and nationals. But this one in a non-national, it's a buyout. So they give you 5 G's real quick.
Word?
Yeah. It's not a lot of money. You spend 5 G's.
But it's a lot of money. It's a quick lick.
Yeah. I love 5 G's. I'll take 5 G's, but it's not a lot of money.
Okay, right.
It's what hood people kill each other over. But when they really realize the long investment when they're in jail, they're like, I could have waited and worked for that 5,000. But
where is this going? This is so political.
So I'm
socioeconomic. So much.
So I'm over here, and so I auditioned for the movie, and they're like, "Can you show us that you know how to swim?" In the room, so you're just like. And you're just like smiling while acting like you can swim and shit. So it's so ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But you get to the second round. The second round is
what did you do to pass?
Yeah, you got to go to Jersey, and they have a pool out in Jersey.
No, but what did you do?
I was just smiling and acting like I could swim. But it was like, we believe you. You know what I mean? So out of all of the 50 people, they had it went down to like 16. Went down to 16, and they was gonna cut it down to 8 once we got to the swimming joint. So we got round. Yeah. I got into the second round. So we get out to Jersey. Now we in a 8-foot pool.
Okay.
And they like, oh, let's see you how good you can swim. Can you dive? Can you swim for a long, like, you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. So we doing this. They got a little camera underneath.
So eagle-eyed son.
Yeah. So you still gotta do the smiling and blah blah blah. And then so you get to the third round is them calling your men just seeing if you want to do it. So I'm like, yeah, go to Romania. 5 G's, I'm gonna go. It's good. They like, plug this in for me right here. It's right here. To unplug what's in there, unplug that in, please. Thank you. So they like, when you get to Romania, the reason why, I think it should be good. The reason why, you probably stepped in it. The reason why you gotta sign this waiver because it's a 25-foot pool. So we got to swim down to the bottom of the 25-foot pool. They put a harness on it. They put like an oxygen tank on us. And we sit down there. The director's in the audio. And he's like, I'm going to tell you what to do, blah, blah, blah. So you got to do this a couple of times. And it's like, I've never
25
feet into the ground. And I've never snorkeled before. That's why you had to go to Romania, because there's one in America, but because of insurance purposes or something like that, you gotta they have to take you overseas, because that way you can just sign a waiver and just, if you die, you die. So
Drago style.
Yeah, we get out there. They cut it down to 8. I'm with 8 people. A couple of people I still know to this day. Every now and again we see each other. So we get out there. They give us per diem too, a $50 a day per diem, which is crazy in Romania. That's like being given $400. It's so poor. They like gave you $400. I'm just eating the most expensive steaks, and they just got bums everywhere. Like there's whole family of bums. When you get off, you ever be on a train and you see a homeless person and they got their baby with them, they're begging and they got their baby with them. Yes. It's like that in Romania times 40. When you get off the plane, there's a lady with her baby in the parking lot of the plane.
Asking for money? How'd she get there?
Walked. She ain't got nothing else to do. And the driver, the cab driver, is like, get out of here. He treats him like a roach. He's like, get out of here. And he's like, if you feed one, you gotta
like pigeons, right?
Yeah. He's like, you gotta give them all money. It's crazy. And I'm like, that's crazy. And you get to the middle of the city, and it's just bum row, just families of homeless. And
I shouldn't be laughing at this, but
it's crazy. So you go through this. Sometimes you give, sometimes you don't. Because I'm just in there. I'm out here in this very fancy position.
Oh, I'm saying this poor ass place.
Yeah, it's a very poor place, but I'm in this fancy position, but I'm still in the hood back at home. So it's not like I go home to a fancy place.
Right, so I know how to, right.
I'm sort of still navigating it. I'm a little bit more than you, but
much.
I'm not a proprietor of a hotel or a business out there where just everyone has to flock to. You know what I mean? So
yes, I can flush my toilet.
Yeah, I can flush my toilet, but I'm getting this
running
per diem
water
right now. But if I don't save this per diem, when I go back, I might be where you are. Or I gotta say, Dad, can you move over while I, whatever the case may be.
But you won't have your baby at the airport.
Yeah, I want my baby at the airport. So we get to the pool day, and this is literally one of the most strenuous shoots I've ever had to do.
Bro, you did that shit?
Yeah. One girl, her eardrum, she was a DJ too, her eardrum exploded.
So she no longer be a DJ? She lost her career for this shit?
No, she didn't lose her career. She lost her earring in one ear. And I think the doctor said it will eventually come back, maybe after a couple of months or something like that.
When last time you talked to her?
I ain't talked to her in a minute, but
she can't hear you.
Yeah. And when I talked to her before, she was like, her hearing was coming back. It was still a little janky, but her hearing was coming back.
That shit had to be painful.
Yeah, I actually should hit her up and let your hearing never go, because for that five, that's what I think about as an artist growing up. Like, you give a lot to your art, trying to make it as an artist. But like after you would come up and you would do one scene, and after you do your scene, literally you slept for like 4 hours, not like 2 hours, because you're so wiped out. You'd have to sleep, you wake up, you eat, and then you go do another shot. And I think we did it 2 days. And then, but other than
how long was the commercial?
Dang. That bitch. I don't even, it's not even, I've never seen it run. I've only caught it on YouTube somewhere. The dude, one of the because it was Portuguese producers, so they had Portuguese actors and American actors out here in Romania doing this commercial. And one of the producers at the time had sent me the link to it. Classico Banco Classico.
Nigga, I'd have kept that link. Yeah, all that shit. That shit.
Again, it's the residual aspect is what really turns the needle for you, because the jobs, especially when you're doing a job where no one really notices you unless they're your friends, the only way to really maintain a life as an artist is for residuals. So in things like that, although they're like fun to put on my resume, and it's it's cool. I'm like trying to promote the stuff that's gonna continuously get me paid. You know what I mean? So, check this out, and I'm like, oh, let's watch this. You know what I mean? But that's what it's about. But yeah, that's one of the times, I guess, because I think I told the story about when I almost drowned that white kid, right? I'll tell y'all that story. I never tell you that story. Well, and then I'll tell you that story another time. I'll tell you that story next time.
About to say word, I gotta hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my story. It was more pleasant. I felt like it was like fun. We flew regular class. It wasn't first class. I didn't lose my hair, and I had a great time. I had a great time. I came over 5 G's. Minus my manager's fee, and then I kept most of my per diem because I ain't get to know homeless people, and I was eating cheap steaks and stuff like that.
What?
So I had a great time. You know what I mean? So
so about perception. So yes, your story.
Yeah, no, perception is everything. We never see the umbrella man when it's sunny outside.
That's true, but he's still working.
Yeah,
he still needs to get paid.
Yeah. He's in the house doing rain dances.
Nah, man, he's selling water.
He
switched his profession.
Yeah, he got hats actually. He got hats and jewelry. He like, oh man.
Episode 4. Yeah. Yo, we out.